next we're going to move into the skills, which are these little, what's written under the attributes. So athletics, intimidation, acrobatics, trickery, etc.
Yes.
And so for those at level 1, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Sith Overlord, I get 5 skill points and I cannot double them up. So I can't put all 5 in the athletics bucket at level 1.
Right.
I can say I want 1 in athletics, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yes.
You get 5 skill points that you can allot, but since at level 1 you cannot be higher than a novice,
Right.
you can only put 1 bubble per skill that you desire.
So I want Benny to be an aware little one. So I'm going to fill out that bubble under next to awareness. So there's 1 for me. On the
Awareness.
bubbles. I think that Benny, the little gnomish, smart Benny, wants to be pretty intimidating. So let's put a bubble next to intimidation.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be a tricksy little gnome. So I would like a bubble next to trickery, please. That sounds fun.
Trickery.
Trickery. And to steal a word from Fitz, I would like for her to be an insight bot. I'd like for her to have a good pulse and beat on the room. So let's go ahead and bubble next to insight.
Gotcha.
Now, I'm not giving
1,
anything
2,
in the intelligence, investigation, medicine, survival. Boring. Just kidding. Just kidding. Nothing's boring. Everything's great. But knowledge, that is set aside. So let us turn back to Fitz to explain how I'm going to bubble in any knowledges that I might choose.
Yeah.
Sure.
This is where skills get real saucy. You can trade in 1 skill point to get 2 knowledge masteries. So since at level 1 you get 5 skill points, AK has spent 4 of them already with 1 left, meaning that she can now split that skill point into 2 knowledge masteries from the knowledge list.
So even though I want to go 2 Arcana, we've already covered that I can't at this level, so I can go 1 Arcana.
Okay.
And I think I'd like to put my final one on Occultism, please.
Wonderful.
Hail Satan!
Hail Satan! You've got 2 more bubbles that you get to fill in at this point, AK.
Yes.
You get to decide, based on your attributes, which 2 you want to have mastery in for your saving throws.
This will come as zero surprise to anybody who knows anything about me. Let's bubble in Charisma, please. Will be one of my masteries. So here's a question. I'm choosing Charisma and Might because those are where I really want to stack the deck for myself. But what would happen if I, like, say, chose one of my higher and one of my lower? I could do that here? And what would be the benefits of that?
Yeah, you could absolutely choose. You could choose any of the 2. You could choose your 2 lowest if you wanted to. Why not? It's all about how you're feeling. Personally, this goes back to any sort of character creation. I like to pick things along the line of what I have envisioned for this character. So if for some reason you want to say that you pick agility and intelligence as your proficient saving throws, maybe it's just that you're only good at those things in the heat of the moment. But your standard, you're good at those under pressure, but your standard baseline is maybe not so agile, maybe not so intelligent.
Yeah, so for this point of this exercise, let's stick with Charisma and Might. So Matt, if you'll bubble next to Might as well for my other mastery. But that was one of the things that definitely, I think, spoke to all of us as we were learning the system, is that you really can build exactly the character you want to build instead of I'm playing a Warlock, so I have to be tethered to Charisma. Good on ya, Dungeon Coach.
Yeah. So now we get to do a little bit of math. So we're going to fill in some numbers here, y'all. First of all, we're going to identify your prime modifier. Your prime modifier is equal to your highest score, which is charisma, so you get a 3.
Okay.
3.
Highest
Simple
score.
as that.
Boom.
And what do we use the prime modifier for again? That's used for spellcasting, combat, those types of things?
Yep, so your save DC, your awareness checks, your save DC, your attacks. Your prime modifier is just a simple modifier that represents your ability as an adventurer that is used in a number of different calculations.
Yes.
Versus if you're doing a strength check, a might check, you got to try to kick down a door or grapple someone, then you're rolling your might modifier. Okay.
Yes.
Jax has a question. She says, I'm a little confused as to what the bubbles that y'all just filled in do. So you know how in D&D 5e, at various points as we're doing the character builds, you get to choose what they call proficiencies and ultimately expertise. So those are the things that you're saying. I want my rogue already has a dexterous edge, but I want them to be super, super good at stealth. And then that bumps up those ability scores a bit. That's more or less, correct me if I'm wrong, Fitz, what we're doing here, where I'm now picking 5 things that I want to have started to master a little bit more quickly. Is that the case?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the bubbles just are a reminder to yourself. That's what you picked. As we scroll down, we now see our physical. So we have a physical save. This will be used in a scenario in which things are a little bit more vague. It may not be obvious that you need to roll a might save or an agility save, in which case you could roll a physical, which is a little bit more all-encompassing. That is going to be equal to your highest of the 2 saves. So we should calculate that out.
Oh, plus the mastery, correct? Yeah.
So let's do your might and your agility saves right now.
Okay. Yes. So that will be 3, and then this will be 0, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Wait, would agility be? I'm showing that was -1.
Oh, yes. Sorry, it is -1 because you do not have proficiency.
Oh,
in
right,
it.
'cause
That
you
is my
don't
bad.
have
Yep,
this.
so
Very
that is
important.
-1.
Yep.
Good catch. So now between those two, obviously might is the higher, so your physical save is going to be 3.
Bing.
Bing. So now let's move to
Beautiful.
the mental. You have proficiency in charisma, so your save is going to be a 4.
3
4.
plus dot equals 4.
And 0 plus no dot equals
0 plus no dots equals 0.
So
We're
your
doing
mental
it, y'all.
save- We're doing it. Your mental save is 8.
Nice. Great.
And
Great.
how do we calculate awareness again?
So you'll see that as a novice, you get a +2 to anything that you've bubbled in that you are a novice for. So here, your awareness, because you are a novice with your awareness, you get a 5. 3 plus 2.
3 plus 2 equals 5.
So now might, we have athletics is 2 plus 0, because you do not have a bubble.
Yes. You put 0.
Intimidation would be 2 plus 2 equals 4. Did I do that right?
2
So novice
Yep,
might
yep, but
2.
athletics should be a 2, Matt, because
I'm
you
so
have 2
sorry.
points
You're right.
of might.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
heard 0. But I'm...
Don't nerf me, dude.
Hey, a nerf. Okay, then we keep going down. We've got -1.
-1.
Yes.
1.
1, because it's 2 minus 1 equals 1. And then 0 minus 1 is -1. Let's see if I can do this. 3, right?
Yep.
And then 3, and then
Yep.
4. No, 5.
5. Yeah.
Because it's 3 plus 2. 2 equals 5.
So let's look at this.
I
0,
do.
0, 0. And then we got 2. We got 0, 0, 2, 0. You did perfect.
Perfect.
You could ask for
Yay.
anything more. Collectively, we mathed. Good job, everybody. It takes a village, okay?